The Police Complaint Center has received numerous complaints about the Broward County Sheriff's Department. Over the past 4 years we have documented several acts of misconduct. One of the worst complaints was from a man who said he was arrested and brutalized when he tried to file a complaint against a BSO officer. The man said he was attempting to identify an officer who had been taunting and intimidating him. The officer gave a fake name. When the man tried again to learn the officer's identity, he was tackled and arrested. The man contacted the Police Complaint Center for assistance. We went to the officer's station to identify and photograph him. The officer attacked the photographer, and he was detained for several hours. The offending officer became irate and began screaming threats against the photographer. The photographer asked to be released and not to be left with the officer. The photographer was searched and questioned, then locked in a room alone with the offending officer. The officer made threats against the photographer's personal safety and his life. The officer then demanded to know if the photographer was a communist or homosexual. After the photographer was released, undercover officers began conducting surveillance of his vehicle. We documented the entire incident. The video will be released on our website in conjunction with the documentary. This is the audio portion of what happened when we tried to file a complaint for the third time at the BSO Professional Compliance Office. The complainant has provided his name, address, telephone number and several pivotal points of the complaint. We join the tape as a new investigator enters the room, interrupts and starts an interrogation-style interview.
How'd you get there?
How did I get there? Walking.
Where did you live at the time?
Where did I live? I don't really want to, I want to talk about this. I don't really want to get into my personal details. I don't, anything like that.
See, that's not the way things work, okay? We ask questions, you provide answers, okay? You're coming in here, making a complaint almost 2 years after something happened.
This is not correct. In early 2002, just a few months after the incident, we contacted the office's supervisor and tried to file a complaint. The supervisor told us, quote, "I don't want to hear that," and, quote, "Don't tell me that." The supervisor refused to take our complaint unless we met him in person. We immediately sent a complaint letter, but received no response.
We want to find out, and I haven't even begun the subject of why you were there to take a picture in the first place, okay, that you don't alluded to, that you don't really want to talk about. Okay, this isn't all or nothing type game. You come in here, you lay down, you lay out allegations against employees of the Broward Sheriff's Office that are almost 2 years delayed. I haven't even gotten to the question, why did you wait so long to come in here?
I spoke with her about it, so we can talk about that.
So, you need to answer these questions, okay? If you don't answer these questions, it's going to create more problems for this case, okay? You don't get to pick and choose what you want to answer, okay? That is a relevant question to this case, okay? We are the ones in this office that conduct these investigations. If you choose not to answer that question, you obviously came in here to file this complaint because you, for whatever reason, feel that there's validity for this complaint. It's going to hurt your case if you don't answer these questions.
Okay, well, that question I don't want to answer.
Right. You don't think that I could go in the computer, okay, and log on the computer and come back here and tell you where you lived in 2001? Okay, come on.
I'm telling you, my name's...
We're the police, okay? And the more and more that we get into this, if you don't want to answer questions that we feel are pertinent to this investigation, the harder it's going to be for us to investigate this case.
I'm not answering that. That's it.
Who picked you up?
I don't... You guys know you followed us out.
You're right. I was there in 2001. I know. I just...
Got a report. Listen. I feel like I'm getting a little bit of hostility at this point.
Well, I think you're being unreasonable. I don't think that you think,
If somebody tells you, I know where you live, I'm going to kill you. And you walk into where they work and they ask you, where do you live now? Where you live now?
I haven't even gotten to the question.
You think it's unreasonable?
I haven't even gotten to the question where you live now.
All right. Well,
That's walk into a police, into an internal affairs unit, okay, and plop down and decide you're going to pick and choose what you're going to answer. Things don't work that way. You're not entitled to a lawyer sitting here talking to me, okay? And if you don't want to answer the questions that we have, there's not a whole lot that we can do to help you.
Okay, well, I'm telling you with regard to that question, I'm not answering it.
Okay, who are you, so you don't want to, let's pick a special list here of questions that you're not going to answer. You won't tell us where you live. Who picked you up?
I'm not going to say that.
You won't tell us who picked you up.
Okay, and I may say that before you came in to this interview, Sergeant, I did ask him why he took Sergeant Hernandez's photo, and he said what he said in here, that his friend told him that he offends people and he gives false identification when he's asked to identify himself. And I asked him, well, what was your friend involved with as far as Sergeant Hernandez was concerned? And he elected not to tell me what that was about. So we have a big maybe there also. The only reason why he was there was to take a photograph of Sergeant Hernandez, but you can't give us the specifics as to why you were taking a photo of Sergeant Hernandez.
Because he lied about his identity. I wanted to identify him. I told you.
Give me that information. Tell me why does he lie?
You have to ask him why he lies. Do you want me to continue with this?
I'll be right back. Do you have his name and date of birth?
Yes, I do, sir.
Where's your identification? Where is your wallet? Your ID?
ID.
How'd you get here?
I'm not answering this.
Do you have a driver's license?
I'm not answering.
The investigators leave the complainant in the interview room for several minutes. They are looking up the complainant's criminal history and personal information.
Excuse me, are we going to be much longer?
No.
Because I have other appointments, so I have to go soon.
I don't need this. I have your driver's license. Criminal history, too.
Are you guys holding me, or are we going to finish the interview and I can
You
go?
want to leave?
Are we going to finish the interview? Is it going to take much longer?
You want to leave?
I'm asking you, are we going to finish the interview, or are you guys still running me and doing checks and whatnot?
I'll be right there, just in the meeting with, right a quick land. We wouldn't worry though, with a complaint. So you want to get a tape statement?
No, you know what? I'm just going to go. I think I got an idea how to do that, so I appreciate
Well,
it.
we have to find out
Yeah,
the
I get it.
background.
I appreciate it, though, guys. Thank you. You guys have a great day.
See ya.